Hey, it's me, J.Evans, and it's time for us to talk the talk. And what we're talking about, I told y'all I was doing it, baby. I told you it was coming. Did y'all watch Iyanla Fix My Life just now with Shay Johnson? Baby, this episode was 2 hours, apple pies. Can y'all believe that? Now, I told y'all the recap and review was coming. Did I agree with the episode? Did I like the episode? Did y'all see the episode? What did you think? Well, we're about to get into all of that. So let's start it off and let me go ahead and roll this disclaimer to you and yours. All topics, baby, are alleged and allegedly. They are strictly for gossip and entertainment purposes. So don't come at me saying, oh, J.Evans, I'm going to sue you. No, it's alleged and allegedly, because the only thing I own outright are these gummy bears. You see it's at the bottom. It's only a little taste left. So if you want these gummy bears, I'm going to shake these right here and give you the other two, okay? Now, before I do that, if you are not one of my apple pies, that is my subscribers, go ahead and subscribe so we can stay connected, baby. That's right. Set your notifications. Click that description. You can see previous videos I've done and you can get caught up. If you go to my playlist, there are all kinds of videos of me running my mouth. And apple pies, tune in tomorrow for Sizzling Sunday. It's going to be a full cap of foolishness and shenanigans. We're going to talk about current events from the week, celebrity, entertainment, gossip, all that stuff. Tune in tomorrow, baby. We're going to do it and do it right, baby, like a good pair of Nikes. Now, let's roll into this episode because some of Iyanla's tactics I do agree with and some I don't. Now, I was over there on Shay's live on Instagram. Some people were saying to Shay, oh, Shay, you didn't finish the process. Oh, Shay, you didn't do this. Shay said some stuff got edited. There are some things that I agree with Shay, okay? You can get in the comments and tell me what you think if you saw the show, or just tell me what you think about Shay, period, or whatever you want to get in the comments and say, okay? We're all adults. We can be respectful. Just remember that. You don't have to agree with my opinion. I like hearing other people's opinions. So let's roll into this episode, baby, and let me do my recap, my review, and share my thoughts on it. Now, Shay Johnson is the star of Flavor of Love. She was on there. She was on Charm School with Monique. She also has been on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop Miami. Now, this episode, Iyanla started off and said that they were emotionally bankrupt. How do you say that about a family? Now, Shay wrote in and wanted to be on the show. Okay, apple pies. She then had Shay's mom, Miss Sandra, come in and look in the mirror and tell her what she saw. Now, when Miss Sandra told her, Iyanla was like, no, no, your vision, no, you're not seeing right, you're being in denial. This is just me. For one, if somebody looks in a mirror and you tell them, what do you see? And they tell you, they are not wrong. Now, you can add on to it and say, I think this or da-da-da-da-da-da. That's a tactic I don't agree with, because Iyanla corrects people. If you ask somebody a question and they give you an answer and tell you what they think, that's just what it is. That tactic I didn't agree with. Now, it got to a point where they were discussing Miss Sandra's comments about Shay, and she was like, excuse me? Iyanla was like, no, excuse you. Yes. Then she said, play the tape. Get me the tape. Iyanla then called the producer who bought in a little laptop, and her mom was saying, in regards to Shay, she's horrible. She's mean. She's a demon from hell. When they said that, then Miss Angela was like, no, some of this is edited. They were like, Iyanla was like, no, this is what you said. And she was like, no, it was edited. The producer then said, it was edited, but this is what you said. Now, as far as that, I agree with her, calling her out on that, because those are things you don't say about your daughter. But that's why they're there to fix their relationship. Now, at a certain point, it got to Iyanla telling her, you're out of order just like your daughter. You don't own your stuff. You don't own your stuff. You don't. Baby, Iyanla said you don't own your stuff so much. I wanted to own her stuff for her because I was just tired of hearing. Now, something that Iyanla loves saying to people, apple pies, is you're in breakdown. Do the work, beloved. You know she loves saying beloved. I don't think she said beloved at all on this episode, but I heard a lot of "You're in Breakdown," baby. Y'all remember Mariah Carey used to sing Breakdown with Bone Thugs. Study breaking me on down. It was so much damn breakdown in this episode. Now, Shay then had to look in the mirror. And Iyanla asked her when she walked in, "How are you doing?" Shay was like, "I'm good." Like you ask anybody, "How you doing?" "I'm good." Iyanla, "No, you're not true. You're not being for real. You're not good or I wouldn't be here." Iyanla, if you just ask somebody how they doing, apple pie, of course they gonna say okay, but y'all know Iyanla, she gets it hyped up for TV, baby. Now then she got on Shay about her dress, and that was something like she critiqued Shay's dress and the mom's dress, and I'm gonna get into that, but to me, it seemed like she was more harder on the women than the men. It seemed like she favored them more. I understand Shay and her mother have strong personalities and they had to be more hard for whatever reasons, but Iyanla just went hard on them. Now, when Shay looked in the mirror and told Iyanla what she thought about herself, Iyanla then corrected her. Why didn't she have the guys look in the mirror? Why did you only do it with the ladies, Iyanla? To me, a lot of times she says she has to tear a person down to build them up. I don't agree with that. You don't tear a person down. As a life coach, you're there to add on and build up. Let me say this. Iyanla is not a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a counselor, a life coach. I can say I'm J.Evans, the life coach. I say it all the time jokingly. A psychiatrist is certified, a doctor that can write you a prescription. A psychologist, some of them either have PhDs or they have master's degrees. They cannot write you a prescription. And a counselor cannot write you a prescription. They can listen to you talk about your problems. A life coach, anybody can say they're a life coach. Anybody can say they're a spiritual advisor. Anybody can get a little certificate too. That doesn't mean diddly squat now, does it? So, Iyanla, at this point, still continued to talk to Shay, and Shay said that she felt like her mother favored her brothers more than her. She said that her mother told her she wished she had 3 boys. Now, that is hard and that is crucial, but sometimes as a parent, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to say things, even though that's harsh, but as any human being, you're going to make a mistake. So that's just something that I think they need to see a professional counselor or psychologist or psychiatrist about, not a life coach, because it got hot and heavy. Now, she then said that her father treats her different, saying that he was more nice, he didn't come around, and Iyanla then said, making it dramatic, "Why didn't he protect you? Why? Iyanla, I'm gonna need you to stop apple pie." She then said to Shay, "You are rude and disrespectful. You're not honest and direct," because Shay said she was, and then she told her you didn't have to agree with it. Now, at this point, Shay said she feels like this is going to turn into an intervention. And Iyanla was like, "No, we're going to work it out." She was being nice to her. "It's going to be moments when you don't like me." Then she did a little laugh. Yeah. Okay. Now, that's when the brothers came in. Okay. Joe is the oldest brother. His marriage is in breakdown. Like Iyanla says, break down. Study breaking me on down. Then MJ. His real name is Marcus, but he likes to be called MJ. Now, he said he left home at an early age and he barely speaks to his family. Now, they are some nice looking men. Iyanla then said, "You are beautiful men." MJ said, "Inside and out." Iyanla then said, "Y'all are a hot mess." Iyanla, now you just gave them a compliment and shaded them. Now, let me tell you something, apple pies. MJ and that beard had me in breakdown because I was like, "Oh, it's breakdown." He had me in breakdown. ooh, MJ was looking good. Like Sherelle saying, you look good to me. Now, they said that their dad was not there. And Iyanla brought attention to the dad being placed on a pedestal and the mom being left to deal with it. Because they all had good things to say about the dad. And I think because if you go through a divorce and you go through something, it's easier to take something out on the parent that's there, and the parent that's there is dealing with not only having you, the kids, but then dealing with the divorce. So that might have been hard for the mom. Iyanla said, in defense of the mom, you guys see it as her talking about your dad, but she's talking about the man that she was with, the man that she loved. Now, at this point, Iyanla bought in Miss Sandra, the mom. Now, this is where some of Iyanla's tactics, to me, they can go good and they can go bad. Now, you could have had a parent that would not let you eat hamburgers, and Iyanla would be like, because your parents didn't let you eat hamburgers, you turned into the hamburger from the McDonald's game. You hate your parents. And you could be like, Iyanla, no, I don't. And she'll be like, yes, you do. Now, she brought in Miss Sandra, and she made the sons confront her and let her know, we have some issues with you. The son Joe then said him and his wife had some issues. They both agreed and told their mom that, they didn't feel love, that, they didn't get affection from her. Iyanla then said that the mom was rude and disrespectful. Now, she then brought in Shay, and this is where things took a turn for the worse. Okay, baby? Now, the brothers also told Shay the same thing, that they thought she was the same way as the mom. And Iyanla was like, pay attention to that. Now, Shay said she wanted to say something back. Iyanla said no. Shay still talked, and she said to her brothers, to one of them, you feel entitled, and to the other one, you think you know everything. Iyanla said, I told you couldn't say something. Shut up. Wrong. Let's stop. As an adult, if you are there as a life coach, you don't tell somebody to shut up. Iyanla, to me, is sometimes harsh. Like, she's criticizing Miss Sandra and Shay. She has that same harshness, and everybody does not like it, especially when you're one woman dealing with other strong women. But the same way that she was hard with them, she was not like that with the guys. She said little stuff, but she was more loving and nurturing with them, if y'all pay attention. Now, at this moment, because Iyanla likes to say something went into breakdown, baby, Shay went into breakdown. Study breaking me on down. Shay went all the way into breakdown. And Shay was like, I can have an opinion. And then Iyanla was like, this is why you can't heal. And she was like, your hearing and your vision is distorted. Shay was like, lady, I'm out. Okay, so at this point, Shay was like, bye, I don't have time for it. And Iyanla was like, you're not going to get healed. So Shay was like, everybody is pointing the finger at me. And Iyanla was like, you're not a woman of your word. You said you were going to come. You said you were going to be open to it. And she was like, yeah, but not where I'm the bad guy. Apple pies. Now, unless something was edited out, that was the only thing that happened. Now, Iyanla has had many people on that show go off on her. Remember when she had the young lady cuss her out and call her all kinds of and everything else? Remember when DMX was on there and he went off? Now, Iyanla acted like Shay really offended her. Like I said, unless they took away something that we did not see, that was the only thing that happened. Now, Shay said on her live, a lot of stuff that Iyanla said to her was not shown. How Iyanla allegedly came at her and was like, I looked you up and I saw all this stuff. So if you come at somebody that kind of way as a life coach, it is going to cause a division. So, hot garbage can mess. Now, day 2 kicked off with Shay being talked about, Iyanla saying her behavior was inappropriate. She said Shay's behavior is what they came to change, and Miss Sandra is in denial. The family is not really telling the truth. She said she would try with Shay again, but she doesn't have to throw another bow at my throne. Okay. So at this point, she walks in to talk to Miss Sandra, and she says to her, "You're dressed like you're going to church. Iyanla, you dressed like you going to Bible study. So this woman's supposed to be coming on TV looking a fool? Huh? She's supposed to be coming looking toe up from the floor up. You the only one that can dress nice." That's what I have a problem with Iyanla. With women, sometimes it's a level of pettiness. Just because Shay had a little top unbutton, it wasn't done distastefully. Maybe she could have buttoned it up, but Iyanla said that to her. But do you only want to be the only one on the show looking nice? You didn't say that to the guys. You complimented the guys instead of walking in saying, "Miss Andrew, you look nice. You dress like you going to church." Don't be a hater, Iyanla. Now I might need to fix your life. Now at this point, she then counseled Miss Sandra, counseled the son. She said that you have to be in a soft place. Yesterday was a rough day, but I'm here for you. Yeah. Now, at this point, she joined the guys at breakfast. We back to MJ and his beard. I'm in breakdown again. Now, with the guys, she discussed Shay and the mom. She also had MJ and Joe discuss their relationship. They talked. They let a few things out. She also brought in Brandy, who is Joe's wife. They talked about their relationship. Iyanla had a fake brick wall up to here, and it was pushed, and it was dramatic. Yes, apple pies. It was giving me too much, baby. Now, Brandy, his wife also let it be known that she is from the suburbs of Detroit. She said she had to say that. She just couldn't say she was from Detroit. Whatever, sis. She said she was also there for Joe. Then Iyanla asked her, "Do you love Joe?" She said, "Of course." Iyanla was like, "Not of course." Iyanla, why are you so hard on the women? Why do you do that? You don't have to do that. Treat everybody equally. Now, it concluded with Shay coming back. The mom called Shay. She talked to her. She was like, "Look, I love you. We're going to work on it. We're going to make it better." They had flowers at the table in the living room area, and Shay's flowers were dead. Iyanla, don't be a petty Betty. Now, she then told her brother Joe he was going to lead it because she couldn't handle or deal with Shay. Shay came in and she sat down, and Iyanla gave him the card of things to say, and Iyanla told Shay, "I can't deal with you, no." And she left, but she watched from another room. Shay then said some things. They hugged it out. The mom hugged Shay. The brothers, MJ, Joe, MJ, yes, MJ, ooh, yes. Okay, but ultimately, I felt like we're in breakdown because Iyanla didn't do the work. She loves saying do the work, but you didn't come back with Shay. Now, all these people have acted bunny hop, jackrabbit fools with you, but you couldn't come back and talk to Shay. If you know that's part of the process and you tell people it's going to be moments when you don't like me, Iyanla, why didn't you talk to her woman to woman? You tell people to talk and communicate. Unless something was edited out where she went off on you, I just saw her being like anybody that's going to deal with the breakdown, as you say. Now, I feel like that was 2 hours. It could have been done in 1 hour, and we could have edited out a lot of that stuff. But that was the first episode, Apple Pies, of the last season. But people were really attacking Shay on her live. And I'm sorry, but I did sort of side with Shay as far as her saying, like, the things Iyanla said, how she came at her. Some of the stuff was edited out where she said, when Iyanla walked in the room, she tried to, like, shake her hand or acknowledge her. Iyanla was like, "No coronavirus." But then she was saying Iyanla was like, when the cameras were sort of rolling, "Oh, hey," and trying to talk to her. So I get that. And if you telling somebody, "Oh, I looked you up and said all this stuff," it does make a person be like, "Wait a minute." So from me watching this episode, some of it was great entertainment. It was Iyanla doing what she does, but ultimately I walked away from it Like, you were more nicer to the guys, you were more kinder to the guys, you were more harsh to the women. And as a life coach, you're supposed to uplift Shay. You're not supposed to knock her down. Even if she had a moment, Tamar had a moment with you that I felt like was much worse than what Shay had with you. And you were just, I can't work with her. I can't deal with her. So, Iyanla, did you walk into this with an attitude about Shay? Because if you did, then you need to go back and do the work, beloved. And I didn't hear you call nobody beloved. What's wrong, Iyanla? Is this why you ended Fix My Life? Because you tired? Apple pies. That was my recap and review. Okay? So y'all tune into tomorrow. I'm doing Sizzling Sunday and giving you a full-on show. Y'all make sure if you are not one of my apple pies, you get in with us. The apple pie click and subscribe. Okay? Y'all, we've talked the talk. Now it's time to walk the walk. Maybe I need to fix Iyanla's life. I think I can do that. I'm a life coach too, Iyanla. You not the only one, sis.